making this base plate into a Roblox survival horror game, and I challenged myself to finish this entire game in 1 week. And in case if you don't know what a week is, it's 7 days. Yeah. And to those who are new who are making Roblox games, it's not easy, especially making a game in a week, which is why today, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and make a game. Starting with day 1. And on day 1, it was just a base plate. And I spent most of the entire day building the map and the lighting. And after a few adjustments, this is what the map looks like. But first, here are the game requirements. Since this game is going to be a survival horror game, we need a day and night cycle, a drowning in a health bar, crafting, and finding some way to get resources. Alright, so this is day 1, and this is the map that I have so far. We have like the drowning GUI that doesn't really work yet, and we have our health bar, which works. And this is the map. We have the sky, and we have the ocean. So I feel like this is good for day 1. Alright, so this is officially day 2, and I added some quick little UI offline, added the day counter, and the drowning still is the same. So I had some few ideas. On day 2, it was a brand new day, which means brand new ideas. So I began redesigning all of the GUIs. I also tried changing the health bar, but it didn't go out too well, you know. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I changed up the GUI. Let's go ahead and test it out real quick. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the health bar that I changed. And if we walk into the water right here, we see our lungs right here. That's gonna be the drowning icon, and we only have a certain amount of time to, you know, swim. So you have to go back to surface, and let's just say that we're drowning. Wait, help, I'm drowning! And then look, our health decreases. Alright, so as of day 2, I was thinking that we get resources from items that is like on the ocean. Like they're floating in the ocean, and the players would have to swim in order to collect the resources instead of like getting it themselves. So let's go ahead and make some items. And for the items, I started off with wood by adding a cylinder, and I know you guys are going to hate me, but I gotta add the studs. Everybody likes it. I don't know the reason why. I gotta add the studs, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but as a Roblox developer, you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? But after a minute of building, I finally got my first item. And now let's make it spawn all over the map. So we have this wood right here is not anchored. And if we press F8, which runs the studio, as you can see, the wood is like floating on the water, and the players would have to swim across and collect resources. And maybe I can add like a crafting system here. I was planning on having a house right here in the middle, and players would have to upgrade it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially day 3, and last night I made it so let me run the game. So there's a lot of materials. So I made wood, I made stone, and I made iron, and they all float around the ocean. So if we play the game, we walk towards here, and we have to swim across in order to collect these different types of resources. So we collect this. It says you picked up the iron, and then there's different ones. There's wood and there's stone, and then you have to like swim across before, you know, you take damage. That's the game so far. And for the tent I was talking about earlier, I decided to hop on in an old horror game I worked on in this very channel, and just looking at it, it looks so abandoned. Well, I mean, because it is. So I took this platform from my horror game and put it to the new game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have our tent right here. This is going to be our home. This is going to be the base where the player will be starting at. And I made this anvil right here, which is going to be the crafting system. This is just the map so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main part of the game is to survive for a month in the game. So today we're going to be working on the day and night cycle. You feel what I'm saying? So let's do that right now. While we do, then we're gonna do for I is equal to daytime. So this goes down 2 minutes all the way to 0. Then tweet service. Like, how does the AI know whenever I'm about to type something? After scripting the day and night cycle, I also made a the detector. Holy crap! Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm back, and we have wood, stone, and iron icons, and we have the ones that counts how much wood, stone, and iron that is in the game. So if we play the game right now, as you can see, it's loading. If we collect some wood, well, it does say you picked up iron. I'll fix that. But when we pick up wood, it says we have 2 wood. Pick up iron, we have iron. And if we have stone, then it picks up stone right here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I spent a lot of hours on this game. I added a lot of things. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. So as you guys can see, we load into the game. We have a wooden axe and we have a wooden pickaxe. Right behind us, we have this anvil and it says craft. You already know that. But if we press E, we have a whole crafting GUI that I made. And we have the stone axe, the stone pick, iron axe, and the iron pick. So, and they all have different resources. And look how like satisfying that is. Right now you can't really get stone and iron, so let me get myself that real quick. Now if we have like 100 wood, 100 stone, 100 iron, say I want an iron axe, then we have our iron axe. You feel what I'm saying? And then our wood and our iron goes down. After showing off my crafting system, which actually did take me a few hours to make, but you want to know what actually took me a long time to make? Actually making them work. And one thing I didn't show you guys is that we have our dead trees right here. Say that I have my wooden axe. As you guys can see, we have this little bar right here that goes down. So once we're finished with that, then the tree will break down and we get our wood. And we press E to collect, so we just spam E. And there we go. We collect our wood and we gain wood from that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's officially day 5 and I've been up since 5 a.m. making the stone platforms, making everything work. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't think I've ever said a single word in day 5, but I made a stone and I also made the stone pickaxe work. What else did I do? I added a disaster warning GUI and made a distance GUI. And even though at the time of developing this, it was 5 a.m. in the morning, I actually started enjoying developing this Roblox game. And also I made this game work for mobile devices. Let's get on to day 6. Wait 1 second. As the 7-day challenge is coming to an end very soon, I needed to add the disasters. But there was a huge problem that could have took me a few minutes to solve. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the water right here, right? This is the terrain. Yeah, there's water, but we can't like select it and we can't like move it around. So it's impossible to add floods. But after hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of research, I finally found this plugin that turns a part into a swimmable part. So basically you're swimming in a part, but it's not like water. You get what I'm saying? And throughout the day 6 and 7, I spent most of the day making the disasters and the floods. And since most of the recording is just scripting and I know you guys don't want to see that, right? Let's go ahead and show you the gameplay.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, all I know is pretty much you're on an island and you gotta collect wood. So let's try it out, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Day 1 out of 31. Task: collect resources and craft before night. Craft what? Planks? Covers up your hut? What? So I gotta survive 31 days. Yeah, right there, I gotta stop equipping my tool. Oh, give me that, give me that. Yep. How do I get stone? Maybe on other islands, right? Is it getting darker, bro? I'm scared, bro.
3 seconds later.
Oh my god, that's a lot of flood. Oh my god. Wait, what's the point of covering my base if it goes all on the ground? There's probably other disasters, right? Okay. I'm gonna take advantage of the situation and just get resources while the night plays. Day 2 out of 31. Is the flood gonna go away? Okay, I thought the game was broken. Okay. Yo, this is kind of fire though. Yo, this is a vibe. This is a vibe. Oh, so I think I could get to day 31. I think I could get to day 31, yeah.
Throughout this 7-day challenge, I actually enjoyed this, but there's a lot of work that needs to be added to the game. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like and comment down below your thoughts and ideas to be in the next video.